If you live close to the main line on the island of Sodor, early in the morning you might hear Henry charging by with the Flying Kipper. The Flying Kipper is a fish train, but the train sometimes has other goods. The train starts at the fishing village and makes its way along the main line until it reaches the mainland. Henry always pulls the Flying Kipper. It makes him feel important. Early one morning, Henry found himself waiting at the fishing village for his guard to arrive. Duck was there too, as he had arranged Henry's train. "I'm tired of waiting," complained Henry to Duck. "Are there any other guards who can guard my train?" "Yes, there are, but they're all asleep. Be patient, why don't you?" Just then, Caroline, the car stepney man of his adventure, drove up alongside. Her driver parked her and jumped out. It was Henry's guard. "Sorry I couldn't get to guard here sooner, Henry," she apologized. "My engine wouldn't start. He had to push me to get my engine to turn over." Henry looked concerned. He knew Caroline had engine troubles, but they were never this bad. I see. It's all right, Caroline. Thank you for getting him here." And Henry puffed off quickly. Caroline sighed. "Oh, that's the third time I've kept Henry waiting. My old engine's getting worse and worse." "Has your driver tried to get it fixed?" asked Duck. "He's tried, but everywhere's too expensive. Maybe one day, but not anytime soon." Duck felt bad for Caroline, but he couldn't stay around to help, and he went off to clean up around the yard before going back to the sheds. The next day, when Henry arrived for the passenger train at Edward Station, he found Jem Cole on the platform in a guard uniform. "Exciting news, Henry! I'll be your guard on the Flying Kipper tonight." Henry was delighted. He doesn't see Jem Cole very often, but when he does, Jem always makes sure Henry is feeling good and that nothing is wrong with him. He then boarded Henry's train. Just then, Caroline drove up to the station. She looked tired. "Hello, Caroline," greeted Henry. "What's the matter?" "My driver's been taking me around all day long," Caroline explained. "He wants to see if more work and less sitting will ease up my engine and let me work properly. I feel like I'm about to overheat." "Oh dear," said Henry, but he couldn't stay as his guard blew the whistle and he had to leave. Early the next morning, Henry was sitting at the head of his train waiting to leave. Jem Cole blew the whistle and Henry slowly started out of the yard. Further down the line, Caroline and her driver were out driving beside the main line. Her driver wanted to pace Henry to get Caroline's engine running smoothly. As they were driving up the line, her driver spotted something. There was an overturned truck which had spilled rocks from the quarry all over the tracks. "Oh dear!" exclaimed Caroline. "Henry's gonna come through soon and hit those rocks." "We have to warn him," said our driver, and they sped up the line, hoping to reach Henry quickly, but they didn't make it far. "My engine! It's overheating!" Caroline coughed and spluttered to a stop in a cloud of steam. What they heard next sent fear through them. In the distance, they heard Henry's whistle. Caroline's driver ran down the line, waving his arms frantically while Caroline sat with steam hissing from her engine. A few moments later, Henry rounded the bend. He saw the driver waving his arms and smoke in the distance. "Cinders and ashes!" exclaimed Henry. His driver screwed the brakes on hard. The heavy train pushed him forward. He screeched to a halt and saw Caroline. "Henry, thank goodness you stopped," sighed Caroline. "That truck there spilled rocks all over the tracks." Henry looked up and saw the damage. "Why, bless me. Thank you, Caroline. You saved me from a nasty accident. I just wish you didn't ruin your engine to do it." Who here's having engine troubles? Jim Cole walked up to Caroline with her driver. So, you have engine troubles. Well, I'll tell you what. For your act of bravery in saving this train, I'll fix you up in my shop free of charge. Really, sir? Oh, thank you, sir. Caroline beamed bigger than ever. A week later, Caroline emerged from Jim Cole's workshop completely fixed. Her engine no longer overheated and had no problem starting. Caroline and her driver are very grateful for Jim Cole, and Henry is thankful for Caroline preventing him from being in a very nasty accident. Whenever Henry passes Edward Station, he hears a beep beep from Caroline, and Henry always replies with his own peep peep.